Hey everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the art of saying no. And I think this is important because as empaths and spiritual beings, and as males in general, we have a hard time saying no to things. And what happens is when you say no, you don't have the space to receive the highest things. And what I mean is that you're not, it's if you had a room with furniture in it and you didn't say no to the furniture, right? You went to the furniture store and you said yes to everything of furniture, then your room would be cluttered and you'd feel overwhelmed and anxious. This is what happens to a lot of people. They say yes to too many things. For some reason, I've noticed males do it a lot, females do too. But when you say no, yes to too many things, it's almost comes from this people pleasing place. And what I mean by that is it comes from a place of wanting to please your parents, right? If you said yes, you got love. So when you are with people or at a job or at whatever, you say yes to everything. And our society's really okay with this too. We run a people pleasing society where it's, hey, I'm going to say yes to everything. I'm going to overwork myself and then I'm going to get a reward at the end. And what I've learned by being an entrepreneur more and more and more is that I have to say no to things. And I'm not great at it. I'm a master of saying yes to things. And sometimes I hurt people because I have to bail later because I say yes too much. And for me, I noticed that I did it too much with women. For some reason, I said yes to women. Men, it wasn't as hard. And I think maybe that's from childhood, but also might just be society based. Um, but when I'm able to say no to things that I want to say no to and really feeling what's in my highest good, it makes space for the things I love. When I say no to going to a concert that doesn't feel 100%, or a friend asking me out on to dinner, or whatever it is, one, when you say no, they're usually fine with it. It's ironic. You think they wouldn't be, but the best friends are going to be okay with it. And the second thing is it opens up space for the things that really fulfill you, really give you that fulfilling feeling. You might be able to hike more. You might be able to exercise. You might have the space to do this because you said no to things that don't fit what you need. And I think this is so important to being successful in general and to being an entrepreneur, just being a successful person. And as empaths, that pleasing part of you that wants to say yes to make them feel better. And really just looking at yourself. Am I saying yes because I want to make them feel better? Or am I saying yes because I want to feel better? Or is it because I really want? And really tapping into that and taking your time with it. You don't have to say yes. You can think about things. I know I have to do that. Like a lot of times my thing is to say, I need to think about it. I need to sleep on it. And a lot of people are going to want to push you, but really going back and taking your time till you're in this place of knowing, because until you're in a place of knowing yes or no, really saying waiting. And to me, we're in conflict because we think we need to make a decision. But what if we waited? What if we meditated? What if we took weeks, maybe a month to think about the decision? If we had that space, obviously sometimes you have to make a decision right away, but we really went inward and took our time. And by taking that time, we can say no to the right things and yes to the right things, because our time is the most precious resource we have, more precious than money or anything else. We only got a certain amount. So really being mindful of how we're using our time and what we're saying yes and no to, so we can have the most successful experience. And we're doing this so we can serve at a higher level and help people too, because by saying no, we have the energy to give to the things that really matter in our lives. I know for me, my pattern in the past is giving way too much. I picked jobs that paid less to give more. My whole life was like a donation. And I don't think that's wrong. I think that's a great way to have, but I needed to balance out a lot by saying no, by choosing myself, by maybe even choosing higher paying jobs that aren't serving as much, but serving me. I don't have to help people to make the money. I don't have to tire myself out. I can not do the thing I'm good at because it's not fulfilling me, like saying no to things and really kind of being selfish in a way. And I don't mean selfish in a bad way, but like choosing myself first. And by more I've been doing it, the better I'm getting at it. And I'm always going to be giving. That's never going away. But finding that receiving balance is so important. And by saying no, that equals more receiving. because you have the time to receive, you have the space to receive, you have the ability to receive. And if it's not calling you, don't do it for them. And that's the difference. You do it for you. And that might be still you volunteer, you go to the thing, you do those things for you, but really choosing yourself first will give you freedom. If you can't say no, you're not free. That's really the basis of freedom, is saying no. I can say no to this or yes to this. If you're not, then you're a slave, right? You're a slave to their wants. You're a slave to other people's needs. And when you're a slave to that, then you don't have any power. And the people will be fine if you say no. We do a call every week, a flow group that's amazing. If you're interested, reach out to me through here. And the thing that came up was that it's almost egotistical to think that other people need you. They'll be fine without you. It's an ego, a spiritual ego thing. Like, if I'm not in this company will crumble. If I'm not doing this, this will crumble. If I don't move into this place for me, then they won't find roommates and it'll crumble. Like, everyone will be fine in whatever you choose. They will move forward in their lives. And it's not saying you're not important, but everything would be fine. The world wouldn't crumble without you. And there's a sense of freedom in that. Oh, I can say no. I can do what's best for me. I can, even in relationships, I can choose what's best for me. If they leave me, they leave me. And none of you are watching this are narcissists, so I'm not worried about it. You're empaths. You have some viewpoint of giving. Almost everyone I work with is giving too much, because that's why they're in this field, the spiritual life coaching type field that they want to be in. If you want to start your own business, if you want to be successful, if you want to get out of that job, you got to start saying no to the things that are not your highest calling. And it might be a job. You might just have to say no to it. It might pay you money, but it's not your highest calling. You say no. Could be that you say no to going out as much. I know I've been doing that lately. I'm going to a lot of concerts, writing for a lot of music festivals, and I had to start saying no, and I actually feel better. And it's all in flow. It got me to a certain place, but I noticed even with that, my work suffered because I wasn't saying no to the things I didn't really want to do. And I noticed that in me, like, oh, I was saying yes to things I didn't really want to say yes to please my boss. And that actually made my work worse because I didn't want to do good work. And I actually could have lost me the gig. So it's interesting, by saying yes to things that don't call me, it hurts everyone. And still being compassionate, still being nice, not losing that. Really, really tapping into that. What can you say no to? What can you let go of? What things don't serve you? And it could be relationships. It could be jobs. It could be things in your house. It could be food you eat. It could be going to that thing. It could be going to that party and saying no. Like, what are the things that you aren't called to do that you're doing so really the other people like you? You're really saying yes, not for you, but so they don't get mad and they love you. You're saying yes too much to receive love. And if you can give it to yourself, then you can make that choice internally and still say yes to some things, but say no to a lot more, and see how that flows within you and see what comes through with that. That's the message I have today. Again, reach out to me about the flow groups we do. We have men's groups. They're amazing. People are getting tons out of it. Definitely contact me for information on that. And I love you all. And I'll see you in the next video.